Now we're moving into the advanced territory, friends. These are the secret weapons, the insider techniques that separate the casual AI users from the true masters in 2025. What I'm about to share with you are methods that most people never learn, but once you start using them, you'll wonder how you ever worked with AI without them. Let's start with technique number 1, the truth detector. This technique alone has saved me from countless embarrassing mistakes, wrong information, and potentially costly errors. It's that powerful, and it's even more important now with GPT-5's advanced capabilities. Here's the fundamental problem we need to solve. Even with GPT-5's incredible improvements, AI systems still sound incredibly confident about everything they tell you. They never express doubt. They never hedge their bets. They never say, "I'm not really sure about this. You might want to double check." They present every piece of information with the same level of absolute certainty. Whether they're telling you that 2 plus 2 4 or whether they're speculating about complex topics they don't actually have reliable current information about. It's exactly like that student we all remember from school. The one who would raise their hand with complete confidence and deliver an answer with such authority that everyone in the room believed them, even though they hadn't actually done the reading assignment. AI has this exact same problem, but amplified by thousands, even with GPT-5's enhanced reasoning. So here's what I discovered, and this has been a game changer for me in 2025. I make AI rate its own confidence level for every important piece of information it gives me. Here's exactly how I do it with GPT-5's new capabilities. For any question where accuracy really matters, business decisions, factual claims, advice that could impact my reputation or cost me money, I add this specific instruction to my prompt. For each major claim or piece of advice you give me, rate your confidence level using this scale. Super sure, 95% confidence and above, pretty sure, 80% to 95% confidence, kind of sure, 60% to 80% confidence, just guessing, 40% to 60% confidence, or really not sure, below 40% confidence. After each rating, briefly explain why you have that level of confidence, including whether this information might have changed since your last training update. The beauty of GPT-5 is that it's even better at this self-assessment than previous models. It can actually tell you when information might be outdated or when it's working from general principles rather than specific current facts. Let me show you this in action with a real example. Let's say I'm helping my child with a science project about renewable energy technologies, and I want to make sure I'm giving them current, accurate information. Instead of just asking, what are the latest developments in solar panel technology? I use the truth detector technique. You are a knowledgeable science educator who stays current with renewable energy technology. My 12-year-old is doing a school project on solar panel innovations, and I want to help them understand recent developments in solar technology. Explain the 3 most significant advances in solar panel technology from the past few years, using language that a middle school student can understand. Include practical examples of how these improvements benefit everyday users. For each advance you mention, rate your confidence level. Super sure, pretty sure, kind of sure, just guessing, or really not sure, and briefly explain why you have that confidence level, including whether this information might have changed recently. Now watch what happens with GPT-5's enhanced reasoning. It might respond with something like solar panel efficiency improvements through perovskite technology. Pretty sure about this development as it's been widely reported in scientific literature through 2024, but I'm noting that specific efficiency numbers might have improved since my last training update. Bifacial solar panels becoming mainstream. Super sure this is well-established technology with clear market adoption data. Integration with smart home systems, kind of sure about specific features as this technology evolves rapidly and new capabilities are announced frequently. Do you see the incredible power in this? Now I know exactly which information I can trust completely, which information is probably right but worth double-checking with current sources, and which information GPT-5 is basically making educated guesses about. This technique has saved me from so many potentially embarrassing mistakes in 2025. I've caught AI being confident about outdated information, making logical leaps that weren't justified, and presenting speculation as fact. Without this technique, I would have passed along incorrect information to clients, made business decisions based on uncertain data, or embarrassed myself by presenting AI guesses as definitive facts. The beauty of this approach with GPT-5 is that it doesn't require any external tools or fact-checking services. You're using AI's own enhanced processing to identify the weak spots in its response. It's like having a built-in quality control system that never gets tired, never gets embarrassed to admit uncertainty, and never lets overconfidence cloud its judgment. I use this technique for everything important in 2025. Business strategy advice, factual research, technical information, health and safety topics, financial guidance, anything where being wrong could have real consequences. And here's a pro tip for 2025. Pay special attention to responses where GPT-5 gives you a mix of confidence levels. Those are often the most valuable because AI is essentially telling you, here's what we know for sure, here's what's probably true, and here's where you should be skeptical and verify with current sources. This single technique will transform your relationship with AI from blind trust to informed confidence. You'll never again have to wonder whether you can rely on what AI is telling you, because AI will tell you exactly how much you should rely on it.